Well, hello there. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. If you're listening to this sultry broadcast and you happen to be enjoying the Valentine's Day broadcast of Pathfinder, the Seven Dooms for Sandpoint. Now, unfortunately, before we begin today's sexy adventure, we have to put out a mature content warning. The images you're about to see on your screen may be so arousing that it may be inappropriate for younger audience members who happen to be goblins. If you have young goblins in the audience, now is the time to give them some good, well-needed context about what they're about to see, because you want to keep their eyes fixed onto every single second that they're about to watch. Because we are about to play some role-playing games with some of the sexiest people on this or any side of Jeff Bezos's properties. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce to you the table. Hey guys, how you going? How's it going? My name's Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer, and welcome to Pathfinder, the Seven Dooms of Sandpoint. I hope you like that introduction. I wanted to do something. But yeah, so for those of you who celebrate, and those of you who are, on this side of the world, happy Valentine's Day. A little bit of a little important thing here, right? Valentine's Day. We've got, so many people who have so many mixed feelings about Valentine's Day, and to think about one specific message that someone could convey on such a, let's face it, it's a Hallmark holiday, right? But what does it mean? Here is Dag's, and you can clip this, by the way. I feel like Family Guy is going to clip this at some point, right? But here is Dag's Valentine's Day wish. Actually, you know what? Let me also put some. I'm going to share my audio with my lovely players so they can enjoy this, and then I'm going to set the mood here, because Valentine's Day, is it important? Is it not important? Are people celebrating with loved ones, or are people alone? There are millions of different permeations of today. So I want to try and get one good run at this. Okay. So I'm going to try this. All right, setting the theme. Look at that. It's like I know what I'm fucking doing. Okay, so, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, from here, us at the Dead Aussie Gamer channel, we want to extend a very happy and prosperous Valentine's Day. Whether you are celebrating with loved ones or simply by yourself, I want to send this message to you all. Every single day of the year is a day I think we should hold in high regard to keep love, kindness, and generosity as close to us as possible. And while the hallmark of the holiday is a little bit consumery for a lot of people's likings, I'll point this one simple truth out. One does not need an excuse to love. One does not need a significant partner or significant other to love, because love can be found every day of the year in places that we least suspect it. But most importantly, from the moment we are born, we are given someone to love. We are given someone to care for and to give our attention and all of the best parts of ourselves to. And that is ourselves. To love ourselves is one of the most difficult things to do, because to us, whether or not we feel it, we are the most important person to ourselves. So, be kind to yourselves, be kind to others. Feel like you can give and receive love freely today. Not because it's Valentine's Day, but because Valentine's Day gives you an excuse to do so guilt-free. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yay! Alright, there you go.
Yay.
And for those of you who are like, yeah, Valentine's Day, or whatever the Valentine's Grinch is, hey. Okay. I don't care. Live your fucking life. I don't give a shit. I run Dungeons and Dragons and Pathfinder for a living. What the fuck do I care if you hate Valentine's Day? You know, just don't throw dice at me and shit. You know, like whatever. It's fine. Be cool.
What's this?
Okay, so now I need to figure out the trajectory to shoot a bullet. So I randomly accidentally hit all things fantasy and a die, so I hit dag. This is getting complicated.
Oh, dude, like, fucking Teddy Roosevelt has nothing on me. I feel like I wouldn't go down if someone shot me. I'd be like, no, I've got a game to get to.
I'll just throw dice at you.
Yeah.
Just
you know
pop
what?
the bullet up
You know
by
what?
flexing.
Okay, actually, here's another public service. And fuck, you know,
He's just
Family Guy is
Armstrong.
gonna have so much stuff to clip. All right, so here's an official thing. If someone in the audience, for whatever reason, must shoot me, for whatever reason, right? There are some really cool bullet D20s, right? That are literally like bullet shaped and stuff like that. Please shoot me with one of these, right? Because when I either go to the doctors to get it removed, or if they're doing the autopsy, I would be so fucking curious to figure out what they roll when they pull it out of my body, right? You know, like when they put it in that little like metal tray, right? Like they're just like, oh, we found the obstruction here. What the fuck is this? Ding. What did I get? It's 16. Nice.
No, you're like, it's like the Monty Python, like, what was it? The Holy Grail when he gets shot by the arrow, and he's like, message for you, sir. It's you get shot by the bullet, and as it's spinning through the air, it goes into you, and you go like, oh, it was a crit.
But it wouldn't.
Or
have
the doctor
landed
pulls
yet.
it out. Yeah, when the doctor pulls it out, it's a 1, and you see your flat line.
Yeah, because
That's
that depends. I mean, it can play another way.
I was going to say, well, clearly it's not 20 if you're fine.
Failed his
It's
skill.
not 1 if you fail.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
He failed his
The
medicine
things we talk
check.
about on this channel when we should be playing games. I mean, yeah, it's whatever. Anyway, you're confused. I'm confused, OG. It's fine. Anywho, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Now, of course, before we start, we have some people to thank, and that is, of course, our lovely and amazing sponsors. Guys, let's take a moment to thank Hero Forge for the wonderful artwork you see on screen here. All of our character tokens and all of these models are made using an amazing 3D bespoke model making software that allows you to have shipped all around the world 3D printed models of characters that you design. Honestly, this is one of the foremost... Okay, look, I'm not gonna lie. It is frivolous, mind you, like to have minis and stuff like that. You can use anything. You can use erasers. You can use, you know, like Lego pieces and stuff like that. But honestly, these look so fucking good, and they just make you feel great to have such a very accurate depiction of your characters and their journey. It's so good. Like, I've been running a game for like maybe 5 years now, and one of my players every season of our game buys a new version of that character, and one of the things I love is that we've actually been able to see her journey through the Hero Forge minis that she's bought over the years, and it's great. It's such an interactive thing, and I'll tell you one thing, that there's no replication for that feeling, that specific feeling that you get from, you know, buying those Hero Forge models for that. Yeah, that's me. Anyway. Then we have Fantasy Grounds for our VTT of choice. As you can see here behind me, the maps, the dice rollers, all the rules that get inputted into my VTT. All of these are, yes, a little pricey, but absolutely worth it. The time, the energy, the effort that I save just from having used Fantasy Grounds as my VTT, the amount of support that I get not only from Schooly Eye, because, you know, fucking Schooly Eye, but also Fantasy Grounds University and other places as well, in terms of being able to manage and improve my own skills at using Fantasy Grounds is just so freaking good. So, yeah, if you are looking at doing online games and stuff like that, consider Fantasy Grounds. And then lastly, we have Sirenscape for the wonderful sound effects, such as the romantic music you heard earlier, because every epic game deserves to sound epic. Am I sounding a bit quiet? Probably is, because my microphone's all the way over here. Because I moved it away because I was doing my sexy voice. Yes. If you want my body and just... Okay, cool. There we go. All right, done. There it is. Fucking laugh at me, Neil. This fucking guy. I'm gonna kill your character and make it look like an accident. Anyway.
That's not hard.
This is not hard at all. Like every one of Neil's deaths. It's exactly what
It's fine.
been.
You got perfect setup state. Just shoot him through the heart with an arrow of love.
Oh, that's true. That's true. That's fair.
Or just let
When-
him play his
when-
character. He will die eventually.
when your DM threatens your players. Also, by the way,
Every second Sunday.
you know what? Hold on. I'll give this as well. I'm gonna give extra points to anyone in the crowd or in the audience who can tell me what that quote is from. I'll do you, and I'll make it look like an accident.
Oh, I've heard that so often that I don't even remember what it's a quote of now.
Okay, there you go. We'll see if anyone can guess it. Anyway,
Isn't it like? Oh,
now
it's
we will come
Meet
back
the
to
Parents, something like that, right?
It's what?
Okay.
it.
Isn't
So-
it like Meet the Parents?
No.
Or Meet the Fockers?
No.
Oh.
If you type that into Google in Canada, the first response is 988. The Canadian Suicide Crisis Helpline
Oh,
is
damn.
available 24 hours a day.
Jesus, yeah. You probably shouldn't Google it. Anyway, moving on. And Jazz, yes, you have absolutely gotten it. It was from the Cat in the Hat movie with Austin Powers. Mike Myers. It was the scene. It was the scene where Cat in the Hat is next to a version of himself, which is trying to sell him this like product, and they're just going back and forth, and they just go, really, 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 yes, really, really. I'll do you, and I'll make it look like an accident. So freaking good. Anyway, players, introduce yourselves and the characters that you're playing, so that our audience may actually kind of have a clue about what this channel's actually about.
Oh, who knows these days? I'm assuming standard order.
Yes, yes.
So I'm Skylar playing the young elf Sindariel, the somewhat traumatic burn victim from the Great Unpleasantness that's dedicated her life to worshipping the goddess of fire because she thinks that everything needs to be redeemed. Currently on a mission to convert everyone, probably mainly in Evander at this point, the goblins can be redeemed and slowly incorporated into the town of Sandpoint.
I'm Bavarian. I'm playing Westinson, a dwarven guard from neighboring city who is going to die on the hill that Evander is an elf. He has a bow, and he has a big feathered friend. Elf.
I'm Sean. I play Titus, an Ezarketi tiefling who went down a path of self-destruction because he kind of had a lot of self-hatred, and then found Shaylin, and from there kind of reinvented himself and wound up in Sandpoint, and he believes in redemption for everybody.
Hi, everybody. I am the protector of all that is rock music. And I am playing Ziak, the Colo Timberchurch, aka Monster Hunter. And that's been raised from his adopted parents to be a monster hunter. And that's what he's trying to do. But right at this moment, he got dragged off and he might die. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Peyton.
That's it.
We need
Mm.
Peyton.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
actually didn't know that.
that's some like really intense lore drop right there. Like,
My
Yeah.
mind is blown.
I couldn't
Yeah.
even believe it. Yeah.
I'm flabbergasted.
Yeah.
I didn't think that was available in Pathfinder.
Hey. You're muted.
I realize what you were doing now.
good job, Neil.
You're welcome.
It's usually me.
Yes, hi, I'm Neil from Version. I'm playing Peyton Ramon. He is a rogue. He is a thug. He's now being a thug, trying to help the town because of Noalia's request to go fight the other 7 dooms of Sandpoint. And yes, he's just kind of a pain to the town, but also he's just kind of trying to make do with. He's trying to fix what he wronged and also uh, stuff.
Hey everyone, I'm Matt from All Things Fantasy, and I play the Ranger Magus Navander, once a member of a advanced air-to-ground military unit back in the city of Corvosa, I want to say. He is now semi-retired rancher in the Sandpoint hinterlands, married to the wonderful Shalelu. He has been tasked by Father Xantalus to make sure all these people bring Noalia, the awful sorceress demon creature thing, to a peaceful respite. But it's more of a their thing than a me thing. I'm just tagging along, making sure that they don't hurt themselves.
I love how you describe this. Like, effectively it's like, yeah, there's this, like, colossal fucking psychotic bitch that we're trying to, like, help pass on to a better heaven. But that's, like, other people's things. I'm here because, like, they told me to be here. But, fuck goblins. Fuck this bitch who burnt down our city. I love Navander. Navander's like, Navander for me, by the way, quintessential, right? Like Navander is on the quest, even if he doesn't agree with it. That's like that is being a real team player right there.
To be fair, Evander is effectively mentoring Sindariel at this point on how to be an adventurer.
Yeah, I mean. All right. Now, before we begin, we have one last person to thank, and that is, of course, our lovely audience members. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching the show and being a part of it. It means so much to have you guys here time and time again. Honestly, it justifies everything I do, and I cannot express enough how much I appreciate you guys just taking the time. Now, first and foremost, just by watching the show, you earn channel points that can be used at any point in time during the game to influence it while we play. Inspiration, insight bonus, wandering monsters, wandering bosses, divine intervention, divine healing, harrow deck readings. So many cool things are available for you guys. And subscribers, you earn channel points a little quicker. So yeah, just watch my shows, hang out, and you always get things and means to interact with the game. But those of you who have some disposable income who want to help me out with today's thing, which is Valentine's Dag. What is Valentine's Dag? Well, Dag is going out for a very romantic date with his partner, which is involving a vegetarian restaurant, a trip to the zoo and a walk on the southern Perth foreshore, and then dinner at a seafood restaurant at the end of this really, really nice, like, pier type thing.
Wow.
It's a beautiful night. It is an expensive night, and I'm not going to lie, a little bit of help would go a very, very long way. So today, the Valentine's Dag thing is also like as we said before, it's like if people want to donate for Valentine's Dag, then also the audience is going to get credit for helping support our outings for the day, because this is one of those things where I appreciate all the love and support and kindness people give towards me in maintaining all of this. And my partner, it's one of those things where I don't think she kind of like really truly understands or believes, that not believes in what I do, believes that what I do is like as, like people are so generous in my community, and I'm trying to explain that to her, that there are people out here who are generous and stuff like that is one thing, but to then turn around and say this meal was paid for as a gift from my audience, or we got to go to the zoo and this was a gift from the audience and stuff like that. That's kind of what I want to do, just as a bit of like sharing the love that you guys send to me to someone who is very important in my life. And that's what I would love to do. But of course, there's no requirements to try and hit that goal or anything like that, because I do already have some funds put aside from our last stream for that. Pfeffers! Sir, calm the fuck down, okay? Do you know where you are? Okay? Does someone need to call a taxi? Ladies and gentlemen, Sir Pfeffers is in the chat. We love Sir Pfeffers. Sir Pfeffers is one of my most favorite streaming friends in all the wide world. He is a big, lovable ball of sexiness. Happy Valentine's Day, my friend. Sir Pfeffers, the giant Viking with the giant Viking heart, runs a ton of amazing and sometimes very, very horrifying games over on his channel at Sir Pfeffers. So please go and check him out. Go and see all the cool stuff that Pfeff has been up to. Even the cast is just filled with so many talented people that honestly marry, expand, and explode the sheer unbridled talent of Sir Pfeffers DMing onto the screen here. And you would be doing yourself a disservice if you do not take the time to go and check out some of their stuff as well. For Pfeffers, happy Valentine's Day, you bloody legend, you. Okay. Donations. Let's cut through that super quick. So first of all, for $5 you can donate to give one of my players one of these red marks or me a purple mark. Red marks are hero points that can be used to stave off death, petition the DM for nonsense statements into the rules, or roll with advantage. Jinx points can be used to counteract hero points, make bad guys roll with advantage, or complicate things ever so slightly. For $10, boom, you can draw from one of two decks of cards in front of me. The first $10 is a deck of heroic actions. You can provide a player of your choosing a free power to use during the course of the game, as well as a hero point. Or you can use that $10 to draw a random card from a deck of plot twists and flashback cards, which allow me to change the story prompts of the game with random events that I then need to weave into the story somehow, amongst also doing a little bit of a Valentine's Day thing. For $20, you can donate to give someone the coveted golden natural 20, because sometimes shit just needs to fucking work. And so a natural 20 is how you go about it. $20 for a natural 20. That's kind of how it is. For $50, you can donate to either provide a player of your choosing a magic item. This magic item can be an item that you design as a homebrew item for a player of your choosing. You can ask me to design an item based on your thoughts or your ideas, or you can provide my players something from their wish list. Alternatively, if you woke up this morning and chose violence, you can use it to boost a boss buff, making a minion into a boss into a super boss, changing the environment, changing the ante, changing the parameters of victory. All these things basically is a major boost to the bad guys, and our players will be in trouble. And then lastly, we have the $100 secret menu item, which is going to be quite simple. It is going to be amazing. It is going to be fantastic. It is going to be 3, count them, 3 potions. 3 magic potions provided by a particular person from the town. The first is called a Flawless Love Potion. The Flawless Love Potion is a saveless charm spell with a permanent effect, which means whoever drinks it or imbibes it will find a person, the next person they see, completely and utterly enamoring forever. That is it.
Oh my gosh.
The second is a potion of hatred. A potion which will remove any and all emotions and transform them into that of disdain, hatred, and disgust towards the next person they see. And the third potion, the most important potion, is a potion of apathy, where no matter what that person is feeling towards the next person they see, they feel absolutely nothing. So those are the 3, that is the $100 secret menu item, is these 3 potions that will be provided. Now, bear in mind, this is a contact-based potion, so you do not need to consume it. You simply can apply it to people. Yeah, that's it. You can basically douse it. You can breathe it on people. Whatever it does, it will expend the charge. But yes, $100 secret menu item are the 3 potions. 3 kind of quote-unquote love potions. One's a love potion, one's a love hex, and one is technically an antidote. So there you go. All right. Now
like
we do
blowing someone a kiss, except for real.
That's true.
We have to find spaghetti and then show him a picture of Nawalia and then have him take the love potion.
All I can think of is alchemical shot.
I mean,
They have
yeah, that, look, that's
provide
it. That's
for
it. That's it. You guys
food.
get it. Now, first of all, I do want to take a quick
West
moment.
becomes Cupid.
I want to take a quick moment to thank the donation of Cookie Mon Steve for the $90 donation. You absolute fucking legend. Thank you so much for fully loading me up and adding a boss buff to the battle.
Which I do believe is your second at 20 as well, Dak.
Oh, which is
Doing
the
the math.
second nat 20. Oh, yay. I love nat 20s. They make my players sweat. All right. Cookie
Bring it.
Mon. Freaking love your face.
Well-
Okay.
Bring your worst.
Now, you guys ready to go?
Yep.
Oh, also, by the
Yeah.
way, thanks to the inspiration of Schoolie, I now have Valentine's heart dice for today.
Yeah, I changed mine too for that. Just
Yeah, they've
today.
got like all the little love hearts. There you go. Okay. So, without any further ado, when last we left our epic heroes in the town of Sandpoint, an unpleasant series of events transpired many years ago, leading to the eventual attack on Sandpoint at the hands of one of its own members, a woman by the name of Nualia, who had seen the town slight against her for quite some time. In a bid to exact her revenge, she orchestrated a raid with goblins on the town, but it fell thanks to the efforts of several heroes who not only defeated the goblins, but also struck Nualia down. Many years later, the priest of Sandpoint, a man by the name of Father Xantus, brought about the return of the spirit of Nualia in order to try and beg her forgiveness. The town had failed her, and she had lost her life, and there was no reason for her to suffer in the afterlife as she did in life for faults that were not entirely her own. With the aid of our heroes, Nualia agreed to accept the forgiveness on the proviso that this group of adventurers were able to stop 7 dooms coming for Sandpoint. Directed towards a large pit in the Devil's Plateau, our heroes were tasked with delving deep within and stopping the machinations of the creatures there within. Having already defeated the dreaded return of the goblin Ripnugget, our heroes delved deeper and have somewhat thwarted a cult of an ancient and powerful beast known as the Sandpoint Devil. Though the Sandpoint Devil they slew bore little resemblance to the actual creature itself, our heroes continued nonetheless to see what lay deeper within this pit. Finding a series of strange monkey-like creatures, our heroes have done battle with them. But the monkeys, they're a little bit more resourceful than they expected, and after rendering Ziak unconscious, have dragged him away, only to be followed by the cacophony of shrieking, screaming, and dying further up ahead. What perils lie in wait for our heroes? Let's find out. Cookiemon, for the final nat 20 and 2 hero points for Ziak because he's looking a little naked on screen. Thank you so much. That is most generous of you. Is that and my 3rd nat 20. Yay! Oh man, I feel spoiled. Okay, all right.
I'm scared.
You should be. I mean, yeah, this is like one of the first times I think on this table I've had been fully loaded. All right. With Ziak's lantern laying on the ground, one of you, doesn't matter who, picks up the lantern and looks down the corridor that Ziak has disappeared from. Slightly cut, scratched, and bitten up by the Zoog that you were fighting. It is up to you as to where you go next. And also, Cookiemon, happy Valentine's Day. Mwah. To you and all your loved ones.
It's currently dark right now.
No,
yeah,
as I
will-
mentioned, the lantern is still lit. but it is in
Oh,
your
I thought it-
possession as Ziak had to drop it when he was dragged away.
I thought
I'll
it turned
zip
off
down
when
the
the thaumaturge
corridor
lets
and-
go.
Sindariel has her lantern and all that as well, Peyton. Don't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah,
Okay,
but
so-
I'll zip down the corridor and like, try to drag him. And also casting healing touch on him. Or lay on hands. That's what it's
Okay,
called.
I appreciate that. You cannot see Ziak, and if you
was he around the corner?
and if you have no idea because you know how around the corner works in terms of line of sight.
Yeah.
You can't see Ziak.
Sorry.
So no, it's fine, it's fine. I'm also going to point out that you do recall the loud noises and the sound of like thousands of these creatures screaming.
Correct.
So
Correction, we don't, because we were all deafened as a result of
Yeah.
a nat
Oh,
one at the end
shit,
of last
that's
session.
right.
Don't know what's happening in
All
there.
of us are deaf. We're probably
Oh,
shouting each other, and none of us hear anything.
yeah, okay.
We
No,
we didn't
you're
put the
right.
effects
I
on.
did.
on
I did.
all of us.
Probably
Oh.
saw Ziak get pulled, but yeah,
That's
we
why I
didn't
was just
hear
going
it.
to heedlessly charge in because
No, that's
like
fine.
I don't
alright.
know what's going on.
Heedlessly charge away. That is my apologies. I forgot that you guys got deafened.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So Titus, move yourself into the next room.
Yeah,
As you
I'm gonna
enter
go-
this room, the eastern side of this otherwise T-shaped sort of chamber drops into a 5-foot deep trench. I need you to make me a reflex save.
Ooh, okay.
All right, perfectly fine. You stumble and you stagger, but you manage to catch yourself at the last minute. You look around, you can see that there are 6 human skulls supporting what looks to be 6 long black candles that line against one side of the wall here. The candles burn with a strange, almost like ultraviolet illumination. And the skulls are positioned so that every other one looks east instead of west. So they're like crisscrossing.
Hmm.
As you enter this area, you can see Ziak lying on the ground next to about like 20, 30 burnt monkey creatures.
Well, I'm going to thank my luck that they're all dead and just scoop my arms underneath Ziak, cast lay on hands, and then try to drag him back to the party.
All right. Well, as you go to scoop them up, effect number 1, a will save.
Oh.
Good. Good.
Uh,
Now, what the shit? All right, you are frightened too. And instead of picking up Ziak, you go fleeing from this room, coming out screaming with no idea of what has transpired.
Just see Titus
The
flailing.
last minute of your memories are expunged from your mind. All that remains is a lingering fear. You cannot go back into that room. Something is horribly wrong in that room.
I still only gain 1 frightened, thankfully, because of my courage. But I just start pointing, just like, just like to that room, just like, nope.
Okay,
But hey, at least
Sindariel-
Ziak got healed by 6 hit points before I
no,
ran out.
Ziak did not get healed by 6 hit
Oh,
points.
I didn't lay on hands. Damn
You
it.
did not.
No. Sindariel would
go-
probably run up to
Yeah.
Titus to work it and try to shout, "What the hell has gone wrong?" But obviously he won't hear anything.
Yeah.
And seeing
just
it,
that-
Sindariel go to Titus. Peyton will just kind of like peek in the room and see what he can see around the corner.
You want to peek in the room, do you? You want to have a sneaky, peeky, peek.
A sneaky peek, peek.
All right, will save.
Sneaky peek, peek. Oh shit.
That That is a...
Oh, I just.
is that a critical failure? That's not a critical failure. No, it is not a critical failure. Almost a critical failure. Yeah, you are frightened too, as well. Something in here is not right. Something, like, especially, with Peyton... with Titus as afraid as he is, you get it. You understand. There is something here.
Look at everyone.
Also,
just go,
Peyton, you're also only frightened 1.
Oh,
I
cool.
reduce all frightened conditions by 1 to a minimum of 1. But
Is it like an aura thing or like a?
yeah, it's called Aura of Courage.
Oh, okay. What's the aura? Just like 1 or 2 or?
Like 30 feet. I don't know.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Okay. That just kind of like. Mm-mm.
Yeah, let me see here.
You kind of like...
No, it's 15.
Oh,
actually.
I just kind of shake my head to the group like, no. Mm-mm.
Poor Ziak. I really like that guy.
We're too afraid to go
What a
into
terrible
the room.
shame.
I don't think fear doesn't keep us from going in, right? Like it just makes
But-
us fearful.
Whatever this is, though, is I think.
Or is it like in D&D where you can't
Additionally-
move closer?
Oh, you can move closer if you like.
Okay.
So is already Titus is
If
running
you
for his
want.
life.
Okay, yeah. You know what? Yeah. I think Peyton will turn around and go like shake his head no, but he will then go in and he's going to
Tries to go back
try
As
to
you enter, all of the skulls are now looking in your direction.
uh, all right, Ziak, time to go.
Yes, the unconscious Ziak. Yeah, time to go. Let's go.
As soon as you step there, all of a sudden, 1.
Oh my god. Ow.
All right, you are blasted by a beam of heat that fires out from the eyes of these creatures. It is super hot. Pick a number between 1 to 5.
5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right.
Oh.
Oh,
Peyton. Uh-oh.
and that is
no.
an additional 11 points of damage.
Ow.
As there is an explosion of force that happens as well. All right. That is what
think
happens.
feeling
Roll
that
initiative.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was gonna just jump back, but yeah, I'll roll.
What is the initiative on this thing? Initiative is stealth, theory, counteract. Oh, okay, there we go. So that is 17 plus. Alright, so 22 is this. Okay, so it'll go after Ziak. So, Navander, you're up first.
Devander's gonna take off his hat, rub the side of his ear to see if he can get the ringing out. Unsuccessfully, if he can't, if he can't get the ringing out of his ears, he's just gonna shrug and walk to about here, which means he'll probably need to do a will save.
Yes, indeed. I can do that will save for you.
Thank you.
Where there's a will, there's a way. Navander has failed, which means you've gained frightened 1, but otherwise you are okay.
And do these skeleton, do these candles, do these skulls look like they're being a problem?
They're staring at Peyton at the moment.
when Peyton moves left and right, do the skulls move as well?
Well, when Peyton moves
Peyton's-
left and right, I'll feed that information to you.
All right. Well, he doesn't see anything else. He just sees Peyton on fire. He's going to shake his head disappointedly.
A lot of
make his
burnt
way
and dead
to-
Zoogs and Ziak down there as well.
Okay. You said it was about a 5-foot drop, did you?
Yeah, there's like a 5-foot drop down here.
All right. I'm going to try to drop that 5 foot and pick up Ziak as probably my final action.
All right, done and done. Which then brings us to Ziak. You're actually bleeding, Ziak. So, you're actually on. I need you to roll me 3d20s as presently, actually,
Ooh.
Okay.
because you could die in a second, actually.
You might want to do it with the flat checks as well to see if the bleeding ends.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we got that 20.
Okay,
Oh,
hold on.
not
So we
three,
got a save, the bleed out. So now roll me another d20, please. That's not going to stop the bleeding. So the second one's a failure, which puts you on dying 2. Then dying 3.
'cause
No, because dying. Yeah.
First one needs stabilize where you go to wounded 1.
No. Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. So now he's dying 3. So now I need you to make another save, and you need to make a 15 on this.
15 on it.
Oh,
Oh
shit.
man, I wish I could have used my cherry blossom.
Nope.
Okay.
Oh,
So
You do have hero points.
you do have hero points. Do you wish to use a hero point to stay alive?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, 1 hero point to stay alive. Now the next one you got was a natural 20, which means that you've gone from dying 3 down to dying 1.
Okay.
But then you're bleeding out, which put you to dying 2. Sorry, there's a lot of maths here, guys. Roll me another d20. You need to get 15 or higher.
Okay.
Nope. Okay, so you're still bleeding. Okay, which means presently you are now on dying 3. And if Matt, you've reached him and picked him up, but if he gets to his next turn and has not received any healing, he will. Ziak is dead.
No,
Oh, you have another hero point, so there's that.
Understood. That's fine. It's just I ran out of actions. I couldn't.
No,
feed him.
it's fine. I'm I'm giving you guys a scope of how injured he looks when Evander picks him up.
Yeah.
All right.
Good.
Then we go to the creatures. Well, creatures, the thing. The eyes light up, and they're going to go for an intruder. High or low for your benefit? Peyton?
I'm guessing between Peyton and
Yeah,
Evander.
I'm probably gonna go low.
I'll do high.
That's how it works. Yep. Okay, cool.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Low. It is going to go for Navander. As the flaming skulls ignite yet again, they fire.
Just don't miss and hit Ziak.
Yeah, that hit me
No, Nevada will try to cover Ziak as much as possible. Nevada will take all the hits.
too.
That is a critical hit
Yep.
for 40 points of damage. And as the fire from the eyes of these creatures fire out at you, give me a number between 1 to 5.
Let's go 2, please.
2. 1, 2. Here we go. Strange goo. As you are burnt, the fire is actually slimy and sticky, and it pins you into place. Your
Uh-oh.
class DC is the DC for you to try and escape the sticky restraining ichor that ties you and Ziak to this location.
Oh, we're stuck.
Can Nevada shout out that the skulls send out fiery bolts?
Not that any of us can hear it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll do it anyway.
Meanwhile, Peyton's just screaming. Ah!
All right. I mean, technically that's one action. They should have 3 actions, but I'm gonna leave that be because I'm gonna wipe you guys out otherwise. Sindariel! Sindariel, you're up.
Sorry. The way it's behaving like a trap, I thought it only had 1 action, but okay. That's just me metagaming.
I think hazards, like, still get
No.
the full... They don't get the full scope? Oh, okay, cool. Then,
It,
yeah,
it,
it's
sa- it
done.
says what they do on each round, and it's usually just the one thing.
Oh, yeah. All right. What do you want to do, Sindariel?
Yeah, I thought these things
What?
were creatures. I'm like, oh god, that's really bad.
No, they're not creatures.
Okay, good.
So the angle that Cinderella was at, she'd have at least seen Peyton getting lit up. Just from that line of sight. She knows that she herself is not too great after the various excursions from up above and even from these monkeys, and even Titus isn't looking in the best shape. So she's going to put the pragmatist hat on and think, heal the people that are in front of her before she ventures forth. So she's going to do a 3-action heal to end the 30 foot. Yeah, which will get up to Peyton, but obviously won't go round the corner to see the other 2. So can everyone heal 19 hit points?
All right, 19 hit points healed to everyone. Ziak, you are now wounded 2 after...
It wouldn't go round the corner though because of the AoE burst, though, would it? So it wouldn't hit Ziak or Navander.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right. Never mind. My bad.
Yeah.
That is fair. Okay.
Wait, am I wounded too or not?
No, you're not. You're still on the verge of dying.
Wait, did it not heal me either?
It did not heal you.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oof.
Is that everything, Sindariel?
Yeah, because that's a 3-action heal for that burst.
All right, Peyton, you're up next. You've received some healing.
Yeah, I guess a little bit of healing. I guess Marcus redeemed an insight in chat.
Oh yes, Marcus's insight check. What's the insight check? The insight check is that each of these have a number of charges. There are 6 skulls. They have utilized 2 charges, and you can see the 2 skulls at the very, very top of this room are no longer glowing in eyes.
Oh, okay. So these are skulls. I thought it was like almost like a post, like because you said there was a slant going down, so I thought they were like posts to keep you up there.
Remember there were tall candles.
Mhm.
Okay, so 2 charges were used. Okay,
Yeah, they each attacked twice. Yeah.
Okay, I'm wondering, how far can I throw something if I want to use a weapon as a throw, even though it's not technically a thrown weapon?
Usually if it's not a thrown weapon, it's only got like a 5-foot range, like before penalties and stuff.
Okay. In which case, could I try? Ooh, actually, yeah. Can I? This might be the use of a hero point, if you allow. I want to try and charge, as I kind of drag my Leomano across the ground, smashing him, kind of like almost like a line swing, to try and break the whole trap as I move across them all. It's like I would start over here, use my attack to then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and try to break them all.
So you want to make a
There you go.
move action and then 5 attacks simultaneously.
Well, a hero point to use 1 attack to drag my Leomano.
And do 5 lots of impact on 5 different objects.
2 hero points? I make it?
Oh, Neil.
What you're trying to say is What you're trying to say is, I really wish I had the make way heroic
Okay,
action,
so
which was basically to charge up
I
the make
think
way.
in which case, which two aren't lit up anymore?
The two
The
at the top are
furthest.
no longer lit. The four to the south are currently alight.
Okay, so I'm gonna go here on this one, and that's one move, and I'm going to try smashing these two. Like
Okay.
a 1-2
Sure.
kind
You
of
make
thing,
two
and at least
attacks.
get those broken.
Yep, you make two attacks. It
Yep.
is easy enough to break. The two of them are now broken, leaving two remaining.
Okay, I was gonna roll, but awesome. Break the skulls! The lit ones! Oh wait, we can't.
What?
Yeah, we can't hear.
Yep. Nope. No one can hear that.
How long is the deafened effect?
It is 1 minute.
I hope someone saw me smash the skulls. But yes, that'll be my turn. So.
Okay. Done and done.
Oh.
Westonson.
Right. That's actually 2 actions to get there. So Ziek is still down.
Mm-hmm. Well, technically, he's up. He's being carried by Navander.
Awfully strong for an elf.
Up and down. Up and down.
Oh,
So,
when you get to there, we'll make you do a will save.
okay.
Ooh.
That
Will
is
save.
not good.
Ooh.
All right, you're a frightened one. This room is spoopy.
So, frightened 2, because I'm already frightened 1.
Just one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Life shot. It heals the target 1d4 and gives them a +1 bonus to saving throws for the next minute. What I think that would get Ziek up off the ground and mobile again.
You
You're
muted
muted.
yourself, Dag.
Sorry, one more time in terms of the effect.
It heals 1d4 health and gives a +1 bonus to saving throws.
Yep,
A
that will bring
second.
him to back up to however many hit points that is, and he will be wounded and no longer dying.
Then I'm gonna shoot Ziek with life shot.
Bang! All right, there's a large bang sound. Evander, you feel like the pull from the gunshot from to Ziek in your hand as Westonson fires on him.
And heals them for 3.
All right.
Nice.
Ziak, you awaken with 3 hit points. Good, excellent. I'm glad we had this meaningful conversation. It's roleplay like this that that really sets me apart.
Am I deaf too?
I believe you were all deaf, and you still have another like 5 rounds on it.
Yep.
Looking over at Westonson, can Navander see how much Westonson just kind of enjoyed shooting his own teammate?
I don't know, Westonson.
It wasn't Peyton, so you see him holding the life shot, looking at the distance, kind of backing from the room for a bit, kind of shrugging his massive shoulders, putting in the shot, bringing it up, and basically signaled to the Vander to lean to the left. Crap.
Yeah, you definitely enjoyed it far too much.
Yeah, I did.
Not to the extent of saying shooting Peyton, but still.
Fair. All right.
You can't split movement, can you?
No, you cannot split movement.
Okay. Then I am done. That's 3 actions.
All right, done and done. Next up we have Titus.
Okay. I'm just gonna slap my face and run back in.
No, you're not, because you are frightened and unable to enter.
Oh, really? But everyone else that failed was able to
No,
re-enter.
you critically failed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Shoot, I don't know what to do then.
Try.
Yeah,
Can I at least
inspiration.
be able to see into the room?
Yeah, to the capacity that you can see into the room.
Okay.
Aww.
Yeah, so I'll get close enough where I can see Ziak. Oh, I can't. Hmm. Okay. Let's see here. I just need to see how this works. Where is it? Okay, yeah, I still think I might be able to do this. I kind of like pull back my arm and reveal the cherry blossom tattoo that I have, or my sleeve, and reveal the cherry blossom tattoo that I have, and it emits a pink glow onto Ziak. So if he ever goes down again, he is treated as having no wounded condition penalties for succeeding in a saving throw.
Oh, that's cool.
And that's all I can really do from here.
Love that.
And then I back off because if Sandariel needs to get in there, she can. So yeah, that's what I'll do.
Sweet. Love that.
Yeah.
All right. Top of the round, I guess. As well, I mean, I presume you guys want to get the hell out of Dodge, right?
Yeah.
All right.
That's what I'm thinking.
Well, Navander, you're up
So-
next, and I presume you're just gonna your ass
If he
out.
can, if he can
I'm
break
kind of
free.
stuck in fire.
What do you mean you're stuck? Oh, right, you're stuck in
The glue.
fire.
Yeah, he's stuck in
That glue. Oh my god. All right. Well, you can make an
The question
athletics
is-
check to try and break out of the glue.
Yes. Athletics check.
And it's the DC is your
Oh, nice.
29 is more than enough.
Yep, fantastic. All right, yep. Pulling yourself out of the flaming goo, you take Ziak and you manage to run to safety, which only leaves Peyton in danger. Ziak, do you want to do anything on your turn like that? You could. I don't know if there's anything you can potentially do to help, but
No.
I think Ziak would just allow Navander to place him on Maizu the hippogriff.
I was going to say, hopefully Zia doesn't immediately bleed out again.
Just dies on the hippogriff. On the griffin.
Oh, are you still bleeding?
Ziak's still bleeding, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, he's still bleeding.
here, have a sandwich. Turkey on rye. Helps with everything.
Thanks.
It is a healing lesson potion.
They're just sandwiches.
Ziak is a messy eater.
yep. Okay. Sure.
No, the curse, right? When we eat.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Not that we can hear it.
Nope. Fair. All right. Then we go to the last two remaining
Uh-oh.
things.
Legacy.
Well, does Ziak's bleed actually end on the end of his turn?
No, because he healed. So once he healed, the bleeding will end.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Peyton. Pew pew.
Mm-hmm. Pew pew. Uh-oh.
All right. That is a critical
Oh
hit.
my god! No!
The love hearts hate you, Neo.
I'm down. I'm dying.
All right, and pick a number between 1 to 5.
2.
2. Okay, you do have some hero points, so you can, try to stand up.
True. Yeah.
Sorry, that was 2 you said?
Yeah, I'll end up using it to stay up, but yeah, number 2.
All right. Number 2, triple damage.
Oh god. Okay, so let's still
I mean,
do
it's not
that.
going to make much of a difference. But yes, as you are blasted, you burn a hero point and manage to stave off the killing blow.
One more shot.
It's a good thing you didn't use your hero points to get hit extra skulls, huh?
Yeah. Not that it would have worked anyway.
All right. I presume when it gets to your turn, you're going to leave the room.
Was there another
There's
shot?
one
or...
more skull, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I would.
Or you can go
when
up
it
to it
comes
and
to my
break
turn,
it.
yeah.
I mean, it's up to you.
Well, I mean, I didn't have to roll anything last time. I'll just break it, I guess.
Sure. You break the last one.
That
Ergo-
summons the BBEG.
Yeah. Ergo, you have managed to defeat the trap in this room, somewhat.
Close the face.
Looking at your severe injuries, the resources you have expent after multiple battles, you guys think to yourself, it might be imperative to perhaps get some rest and
Oh, yeah.
recuperation back in town.
Hey, grab my leg.
I think that's kind of a unanimous decision.
Ziak's like,
Yeah.
grab my leg.
Yeah, but like.
Grab
Oh my god.
All right. You guys grab onto Ziak and quickly make your way
Yep.
towards the teleporting pad, which, as you remember, leads you to the catacombs beneath the town cathedral, where you go to get treated, rest up, recuperate, and just basically try and regain some stuff. You're no longer fatigued, you're no longer deafened, you're no longer drained, you're no longer afraid.
You no longer have your arm, but
Yeah, you sit there and you're just like,
bling, bling, bling.
Oh my god.
We also have a donation from the amazing Christina for a Nat 20 for Sindariel, Titus, and Ziak, rounding
Ooh,
out our
thank
Nat
you.
20s and giving all our
you.
players enough to be locked and loaded. Love that. All right. Now, as you return and begin to make your way through the town, just again resting and recuperating before the evening sets in, Navander, you are surprised when you return back to your the small house that you've been provided for your stay here. This is kind of like a residence you guys keep, and you kept here, in town whenever you stay in. Most of the year, it's completely empty and stuff. But when you're trading or working here, you'd be here for a few weeks on end. So it's like a 2 room, like 1 bedroom, 1 main living space kind of hovel house type thing. Very neatly kept. A lot of fond memories marked over the walls and stuff. But what surprises you most is that you are not alone. When you enter, you find that there is a individual who happens to be here eating dinner at a table. It is none other than Shalelu.
Shalaler? It's good to see you back.
Ignore that. That was not Shalelu. There we go. Dinosaur! Rawr.
Godzilla. He's eating
He's at
Godzilla. He's eating Godzilla.
No, the dinosaur! No, Michael, no!
Oh, it's happened again. I've done it. I've done the thing. I've accidentally clicked the wrong button, and now we're in battle. Okay. She has a mouthful of food. She quickly swallows and then says, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you'd be here. I'd forgotten some things on my journey to Fort Rennick, and I had to stop by. It started getting a bit late, and I don't know why, but I thought maybe it'd be best if I stayed the night. I hope that's all right and not imposing.
This place is yours, Shalaler. Of course, you're always welcome.
She looks happy at the notion, but sad as well. She says, I wish that I felt that way, though. a lot of my memories are still not quite there. I know that something bad happened, and I know that you and the others helped me. But everything's continued to feel so alien, so different. But I don't know why I still feel comfortable enough, I don't know, coming here and eating the food from the cupboards, and does that make me strange?
Nanavanda gives a small smile. Yes, extremely strange. Nearly as strange as I am.
She sort of smiles and rolls her eyes. She
Tell
says,
me.
"Well, I mean, I have more food than I can eat. Would you like to join me?"
It'd be a pleasure.
She's made a rabbit stew that she's been kind of like nursing. When you go to eat it, make a perception check.
Okay. I love perception checks. Yeah. Figures.
It's tasty.
Yeah. It's very good. Wait a minute. I think I might have a bottle of Navanda stands up and goes opens up a cupboard where there's an excellent bottle of red wine grown locally from the Sandpoint hinterlands itself.
Roll me a perception check.
I was going to say, doesn't Evander also have that inspiration?
Oh, right. Nevada did have inspiration from Jazz from earlier. So, if you want, the 23 here can be that perception for the food.
Yeah, sure.
All right. You recall that the stew is a recipe that was taught to Shalelu by your mother.
Hmm.
And it's perfect.
Yeah.
As you go to the cupboard, roll me a percentage.
A percentage.
Mm-hmm.
Whoops. That's not a percentage, Matt. Try it again. There we go. 20%?
Okay. The wine is mostly empty.
That's fine. I pour her a glass anyway. From what's left of it.
Sure. She accepts the glass, and she drinks it. And that is when you notice something. Behind her in the room, sleeping kind of on, like, maybe hanging upside down from one of the curtains, like, you know, the little tassel that you tie the curtains up with, like their foot's kind of, like, locked into it. There is a drunk goblin hanging upside down from the curtain. Shalelu doesn't seem to have noticed, but as you're looking behind, you take a moment, you're just like looking into her eyes, just smiling, and then and again, the goblin is fast asleep. But
Is the goblin inside or outside?
inside.
Inside. Alright.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Meanwhile, Cinderio, you, Titus, and Ziak, and Westinson, actually, are making your way towards the Red Dragon Inn. You guys have rooms, Cinderio and Ziak, sorry, Titus, Ziak, and Westinson have rooms there. And being as injured as they were, you're kind of like in their company to, you know, make sure they...
Sure they actually make it.
Yeah, exactly. On the way, you are approached as you hear calling coming from behind you. Taking a look back, you see a familiar-looking monkish individual. Hold on, let me see if I can find the thing here. Yep, here we go. Huya. All right. A blonde half-elven monk arrives as Kevzaran, which is her name, seems to come out of nowhere. It's you. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. Do you have a moment?
Or
Yes, I was just making sure they actually make it to a safe bed for once.
Oh, maybe I'll join you. I mean, not in bed. I mean, I'll join you to make sure they get safely to where they need to.
Oh, thank you. I mean, it's one thing dealing with the town drunk, but the other two are a bit can be a bit strange.
Looking at the demon and the hyena person, she nods.
I'm not a hyena person. You are.
Yep.
I'm not a hyena person to her. Remember the hat?
Oh yeah.
I don't know if it.
Oh right, yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, you do look different to her. But she does look at the demon and go, okay. As you walk, she asks you about like your injuries and how they came to be. Not the scar, but like, you know, the like more recent stuff. Do you guys tell her about what happened at the pit?
As we're walking towards the tavern, and I hear, having spent the last 3.5 days dry and referred to as a town drunk again, I will slow my walk and slowly build distance between me and the group.
Okay, not a problem. Make a stealth check.
That would be under skills, not under combat.
Tis true.
27.
Okay, that is solid. You build enough distance and you kind of separate from the group.
I'll keep my eye on them, but I'll just be a...
Sure. She begins to tell you that that her and her partner are thinking about leaving town soon. There's a big journey ahead of them as they need to travel. But before she left town, she wanted to talk to you one more time. She said that, you know, she thought that you handled yourself quite well in the heat of battle. There aren't many people who can handle, you know, sin-spawn goblins and all these kind of dangers with such a level head as you displayed during the previous battle that we participated in.
I don't know about that. I'm sure it's probably more just shock, that unbelief, that, and just as she'll start almost stuttering and mumbling over herself, trying to hide some nerves.
As she sort of like, again, kind of also kind of like she's also kind of tripping over her words and kind of like trying to find things to say just in general, even though like there's like, you can kind of tell she doesn't have real business in this way, but she's enjoying the walk. Titus and Ziak, the two of you are listening to this exchange back and forth. What's both of your reaction?
Ooh.
I
see.
Mm-hmm.
I am too hurt to comprehend. My pains are over. That I want to just go rest.
ZX just leaving alone going, this Prado's just trying to keep me. I just want to go to bed, guys.
I didn't realize I was muted. Sorry. Yeah, I will continue walking Peyton and Ziak to the inn while, you know, Sandariel continues talking, understanding, reading the room a little bit, you know. So yeah.
All right. The three of you eventually make it to the tavern, though the Rusty Dragon. You start to make your way towards the room for the evening. Some food and the like are being prepared for you. Thank you for taking some time. Look, as I said, I'm about to leave. But before I did, I wanted to give you something. I noticed that maybe perhaps there's a few dangers that you may be facing coming up, and I didn't want you to have to go it alone. This actually belonged to my father, and when I was training earlier on in my career, he gave this to me to, I don't know, protect me. It's kind of like a lucky charm, I guess. And she hands you braces of armor +2.
Her immediate reaction would be to try to say, "No, I couldn't take anything from your father. I mean, that's sentimental, perhaps. Surely."
Well, I hope to be back in town after we conclude some business in Riddleport. Maybe when I return, we could, I don't know, get dinner, and maybe you could return to me.
So what you're saying is I'm holding on to these to make sure you come back?
She immediately goes bright red.
As Sandero's probably bright red at this point as well, having just tried to say that.
Yeah, she turns around and she's just like, well, yeah, I mean, not that needs to, give me a particular reason to come back. I thought maybe, if, I think I've just got so much packing to do for our big trip. But this has been, she actually gives you a handshake. And she says, good luck with everything with Noalia and the pit. And I'll be back very soon. I promise.
As the handshake tries to end, Sandero will almost try to do the lingering finger touch.
Oh, nice.
Leaves.
Let's go with a diplomacy check. I want to see how much charm you put into this.
Oh, that's be interesting because I got negatives because of all the scars.
Remove the negatives from the scars. This won't matter.
Okay, so this basically gets +2.
These scars.
Oh.
Oof. You start to like sort of like try to like do the gentle like finger touch, but what you end up doing is you end up like getting stuck, and she's like trying to pull her hands away, and she's just like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I just if I just okay," and then eventually you release each other from that very awkward handshake.
Yep. Clearly unused to this entire thing.
She turns and gives you a soft expression before returning back down towards the church again. Yeah, there you go. All right, Westonson.
Mm-hmm.
Having stayed behind a little bit and seen everyone do fine, you breathe a heavy sigh. The idea that, again, despite your best efforts, people see you the way they do. You catch your reflection in the water of a puddle nearby in one of the alleyways, and you can't help but self-reflect on, like, what do you need to do in order to, cleanse yourself? And at this point, you hear a voice.
Yes.
Well. If it isn't my good old friend Westonson.
What can I do for you?
What you can do for me? There'd be nothing you could do for me. You've already done plenty, saving my hide, though. You couldn't save all of me, could ya? He says, pointing at his eye as he chuckles and laughs deep within his belly.
I left you the good one.
Ha! Hey, listen. Why don't you and I get a drink? Talk about some stories of adventure and the like. You look like you could use one.
I'll join you at the table, but I'll just have some water and mint.
He says, "Oh, you're in the shit house with the wife, are we? Been there before."
Sure. Let's go.
He you go to the table. We'll sort of montage to the table, where music is playing in the tavern, and Westonson, you are there with your water and mint.
Probably after arguing with the bartender that I only wanted water and mint, a vodka and mint being driven and asking for water and mint.
No, I don't think there's much of an argument per se, but you can see that you can definitely see that Granlog is kind of looking at you with a concerned look. He hasn't even touched his beer. He says, "You know, traditionally when we have things on our mind, that's when most people turn to the drink, not away."
Yeah, but the last couple of days got thinking back to the old times, guards in the city and my old captain. I was noticing far too many similarities. Where I was going, where he was at. I was thinking maybe it's time for a change of pace.
I see. You know, the interesting thing, the one thing that sets us out apart, different from those we often look at with a sore eye, is they don't see themselves as villains or, those who act or behave in ways that are deplorable. The fact that you can do that to yourself and try to drink whatever the fuck that is, you're already not anything like that fella. And I don't even know him, and I can tell you that much. The question you gotta ask is, who are you really doing this for? Are you doing it for you? Are you doing it to not be like someone else? I mean, why do all these other people matter?
Well, I know where you're coming from, my friend. People's opinions of me rarely matter. But these folks are lost. They don't see it. And they need someone more than through a glass or drunk eye or a bottled eye to help them get out of it. So it's a mix of doing it for myself, or the self that I used to be.
Aye, that'd be fair. The drink can definitely make things complicated, that's for sure. I remember my old Darla. I'll always miss her.
But you can always take a second shot, am I right?
No, the first shot killed her, so I mean, that was pretty definitive, straight through the back of the head. But she was stealing from me at the time, but, still miss her.
That's fair.
Still miss her. Look. Tell you what. Bartender! Give me one of these wanky things, whatever that is, and take this one away. He looks at you and he says, "Well, if sobriety is the name of what you're doing, Westonson, if I am here to honor my friend, then by thunder I will honor it with whatever the fuck I am drinking right now and putting into my body." You know fish fucking this stuff, right?
Yeah, it's great. It also falls from the sky. But I'll tell you, friend, just because this is a path I've chosen for myself, I don't require it for anyone sitting at a table with me. But I appreciate your company on the walk.
Anytime.
I raise my tankard of water and mint. I can't wait to see you choke this down, my old friend, and cheers to many more years.
He smiles and says, "I'll drink to that." He has one drink of it and immediately spits it out, like just. Yep. Delicious. So glad I did this. And he puts it down. He keeps trying for the rest of the night.
Every time he tries, I laugh at him.
Next up, Peyton. As you are, where are you going during your rest? Like, what is your go-to?
I think Titus was dragging me to the hotel. Also, he said.
Yeah, that was a mistake because as I mentioned before, you weren't one of the people going to the hotel. Mostly because you have your own house.
I do.
In
I was
town?
living at the bar before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll go to my house then.
All right. On your way to your house, you bump into Misha. As you're walking past, she walks in like kind of the opposite direction to, where you're heading. She looks you up and down and says, "Oh, Peyton, I thought you were out adventuring today."
We were.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of stuff happened. Ow. I got burned alive. No, I don't think I tell her that.
She does see some of the injuries and stuff. Most of which have been healed by magic, but also, like as she looks at you, she says, "How long are you gonna really keep this up? You think you're what, a hero? Like the heroes of Sandpoint?"
Not a hero.
Uh-huh.
Just a helper.
A helper. Look, a helper sweeps up hair at a barber. A helper stocks shelves at the grocer's, even if Van Vinder is going to throw bricks at them. You think...
Are you gonna throw bricks at me?
Maybe. You notice she's not laughing.
Doesn't matter.
She says, "I think what you're doing is reckless. I think what you're doing is dangerous, and I think you're going to get yourself killed."
Is that concern I hear?
She frowns at you.
Sorry.
She says, "Don't get cute with me."
All right.
Look.
I missed. Yep.
You missed this?
I don't know. This is banter.
I don't even know why I'm worried about you. She she starts to walk towards her shop. What do you do?
I'm gonna follow her because she started this.
Sure. She says, "Every single time we end up having these conversations, it's the exact same thing. You think yourself to be some sort of big, strong, powerful person that's going to go and save the town and do this and do that. I mean, I was there that night when the whole town marched to the cathedral, and there you were at the dead center of it all, telling everyone that you'd resurrected Nualia. How could you do that?" She stops and turns and she says, "After you know everything she did to us."
I agree. It is not preferable.
Not
But-
preferable.
She was still a friend,
She was a
like
friend.
you were.
But the difference is realizing that Peyton had just compared Misha to Nualia. She's really angry at that. Okay, she'll say, I didn't try to burn the town down. I didn't kill all those people. She moves a little bit further in front of you than before.
I would just rather see me get hurt than you.
I think I'd rather that too. She says, Peyton, you need to start taking your life more seriously. Working that pub job and now just traipsing around in the woods. These aren't real things for you to be doing with your life, Peyton. She shakes her head. She says, I wish I could wish you well. I wish I could say I hope your journey is long and fruitful. But just be careful.
I will. I'll try.
She nods. She says, now I gotta get back to work. You know, real job, real money, pay, that sort of thing. She goes into her apothecary, closes the door, and leaves you be.
Have a good day.
You take a moment and you linger outside of the door before turning around and returning home. There, once you arrive, you realize a few things. Firstly, the garden has been tended to, and the front stoop has been swept. When you enter, you see that all of the mail that you've received has been placed onto the table. All the surfaces have been dusted and cleaned, and in the cupboard there is a some not leftovers, but like some kind of like leftovers, like Tupperware food basically. That has been made and left behind. With just messages of don't forget to eat. This is, this cured jerky will last for X amount of time. Just little things like that. And you realize that, the only person who can get into this place is yourself, and Misha as well.
Peyton's gonna start eating the food that she got, and he's gonna start thinking of ways he can help her after what she said.
All right. You give that some very ponderous thinking. Meanwhile, back in Navanda's cottage, there is a goblin hanging upside down from one of the curtains.
Shalelu, did you bring that?
Shalelu looks behind and says, oh, no. Ugh.
What is that doing in our house? That's... Amanda's going to stand up, grab the curtain where the goblin's hanging from, and just start shaking it vigorously.
As you make your way over and you grab it and start shaking it, the goblin goes, ah, ah, ah! And you hear then Shalelu say something you never thought you'd hear her say. She says, oh, don't hurt it. Maybe you can, put a cup on it and get a bit of cardboard and take it outside and...
I'm going to deal with that in just a minute, my dear. But first, Goblin, what are you doing? Why are you here?
Oh, just hanging around.
I'm going to pick it up by the scruff of its neck.
Oh, upside down.
Goblin, you have 3 seconds. Do you know who I am?
Nice! I have 3 seconds. Oh, what do I do with them? I want to be a race car driver. I'm out of fuel. That was 3 seconds. That was fun. Can I have another 3 seconds?
What do you want to do with this thing, Shalala? Do you just want me to kick it out, or?
Yeah, just get rid of it. Look, Mr. Goblin. Please, call me Goblin. Mr. is my father's name. Goblin. Please don't break into our house anymore. If you could just carry on your way and go be elsewhere. Break into your house, lady. Oh fuck, this is not my house. Oh yeah. My bad. Don't you worry, lass. You will not have heard the last of. No wait, that's the other thing. You have heard the last of me.
I'm gonna bring the goblins. I'm gonna bring the goblin up to my face, like face height.
Oh. Wow, you're strong and very pretty. And your beard. He reaches up and he starts like, oh.
Don't touch my beard.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I can't help it. It's like a tiny animal. He then opens his
Open the window.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the window opens. Shh.
Have a nice flight.
Huh?
Then I throw the goblin out. Close the window. Then I'm gonna turn back to Shalala.
The goblin's there.
How much do you remember, Shalala?
Well, I didn't see him come in or anything like that.
No. I'm just talking in general because that was a little bit out of character for you. Are you okay? Is everything alright?
I mean, no, I had traumatic brain injuries.
No,
And my
I
memories
understand.
Oh, okay.
But
Just wanted to be clear when you ask. No. She says, I don't know. I just when I saw it, all I could think of was how helpless it looked. You know, like it wouldn't have taken much to like twist my wrist and snap its neck or drive a hard object straight through its little body and watch its lungs collapse as it struggles for breath, slowly extinguishing from life. And I don't know, as soon as I started getting those thoughts, I didn't feel right.
That's okay. Tell me, what do you remember from your past life? How much can you remember from the accident? Before the accident?
Well, Father Santos has been helping me piece some stuff together. I do remember that I used to help the town a lot. Bring leathers and stuff from hunts. I remember there were some heroes of Sandpoint. I met them. I even spoke to one of them recently. Well, sort of. He didn't really say much, but his toy man did, I guess. Then I guess the latest thing I remember is she kind of like, as she's thinking, like starts rubbing her ears, almost like a phantom pain. But she doesn't say anything to follow that up.
Listen, I'm here to support you however you need. You're in a safe place here, Shalala. Okay.
Thank you. Oh, sorry, God.
No, it's fine.
She says, thank you. That does mean a lot. I'm getting a little tired. Maybe I think I might turn in.
Please. The bed's over in this direction. Take it. Use it.
No, I can't. Where will you sleep?
I'll be fine here. There's a nice comfortable chair right over there. Built it myself. Nice and sturdy-ish. It'll be okay.
She smiles and says, well, okay, if you're sure.
If you need anything, just give me a call. I'll be right here.
Thank you. I will. She goes to turn in, but stops just at her doorway. There's a lingering moment where she almost considers inviting you in, but then turns, closes the door, and goes to sleep.
Damn it. Times like this, I kind of wish I branched out and made some friends outside of that group.
It's fair.
I'm out to have a chat with Father Angelus in a bit. Oh. He'll go over, sit in his chair, but he probably won't sleep. He won't sleep for a while.
All right. So, as you go and rest, each of you have your full rest, which I will give to you now. If you leave me now, you take away the biggest part of me.
I thought this was supposed to be romantic, Michael.
I'm getting there.
Just sad.
I'm getting there. Just give me a second. All right.
It takes days, not minutes.
I'm building it up.
Yeah, nice. The kids had to look away. It was supposed to be some dirty stuff.
It's supposed to be dirty stuff.
I told the goblins to look away because of the goblin abuse that was going to happen.
Oh,
All right.
well, we didn't get that either.
The next morning, Navander, you do manage to drift off and are awoken by the sound of sizzling meat. There's the smell of eggs and bacon, fresh cut tomato being boiled with some beans, some spinach, salt, pepper.
For a moment, Navanda thinks that it's everything that happened in the pit was a dream. It's just a regular morning here in Sandpoint, just before we go off on our explorations into the wilderness. He wakes up, he opens one eye, and is it Shalala who's cooking?
Well, I'll come to that in a moment. Bear with me for 2 seconds. I just need to go get the door. Then we'll continue.
I think just as a Peyton would be kind of like packing up his thing, but at the same, kind of getting ready to go out. But at the same time, it doesn't look like he's grabbed his Well, we're still planning to be in town this day, or is it kind of like we're gonna be going back out there right away?
Titus would like to stay as long as it takes.
Titus does not want to go back to the pit.
No, he does not.
You back to the pit.
Maybe if we took a day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, as you turn to look at the kitchen, you see there's a goblin. He says,
Oh my
good
God.
morning, sunshine. You sleep good?
Where are my boots?
All right. You had a lot of mud on them, so we washed them, polished them up. They're just on the windowsill drying out.
Alright, who are you? What are you doing here?
That's a little rude. I mean, we met yesterday. My name is Goblin. I am Goblin. And, I made you breakfast.
Okay, let me rephrase. Why have you come and made me breakfast?
Okay, so I was thinking about it yesterday, right? When, I realized that I was, a very inhospitable guest. I was drunk. I came in. I broke into your pantry. I drank your special wine. And then, you know, I made a complete fool of myself. And I thought, you know, how could I apologize for breaking into this person's house and disrupting their life so suddenly and unexpectedly? So I thought, hey, I already know how to get in, right? Why not make them breakfast? So, ta-da! And he holds up a plate of breakfast. It actually doesn't look too bad.
Give me a minute. Just give me a minute.
As you take a moment, Shalelu walks out and says,
Is you?
"Oh wow, something smells really good." And she sees you and the goblin, and she says, "Did you make breakfast and invite the goblin to join us?"
I wish I could say it.
The goblin looks at you. The goblin sort of starts like, yes, but unfortunately I have a work meeting interview for business, so I can't join. But thank you, Navander, for inviting me for this delicious breakfast.
The wing goblin.
I'm going to be back later to pick up my laundry that may or may not be in one of the cupboards. But, you know, again, I'm really sorry about before. Mrs. Elf Lady, Mr. Guy, Navander. Enjoy breakfast, because he made it. And there is some cream warming and resting on the windowsill as well. So be sure to add that to the beans and the tomatoes. Okay, bye! He kind of winks at you and then closes the door. Shilelu looks at you and says, that was odd, right?
That was very odd. But no, unfortunately, I wish I could say I did make breakfast, but it was that goblin who broke back in and made it for us.
She leans down and like tries some of the beans and stuff, and she says, I think he should break in more often if this is how he's cooking.
I would be your cook.
You know what? How about I have a chat with him, get to know him a bit.
Well, I mean, look, maybe, but in the meantime, I mean, no point letting a good breakfast go to waste.
No, you're right.
She sits down with you and begins to actually tell you, not about the past, but about yesterday. She says that she spent a lot of time talking with Father Xantus, who took her around the town. She got to meet so many people, including the general store owner, and she wasn't sure, but she's fairly confident that his daughter is a colossal, promiscuous harlot. She also said that people got really sad when they were talking about the wooden birds that were around, and saw some places where she thought they may have once been, but they'd been broken off. There's you realize something very quickly as you were talking, as she's talking to you. A lot of what you've been talking about since her since the incident, has been about what she recalled in the past.
Yeah.
This is the first time you've heard her talk about her present and the future.
It is making Navander smile as he listens to her.
You also wonder for yourself what her life would have been like if she wasn't Shalelu the Ranger.
Shalelu, you found all these missing birds. Have you thought about, I don't know, seeing if you have any hand at crafting things? Maybe you're good at hand turning.
Oh, I mean, yeah, maybe. A hobby. Huh.
A hobby?
That could be fun. Well, maybe once I've seen my father and returned, I'll I'll pick up something. Navander, thank you for being so patient with me. I know it can't be easy, and I know that you've lost something very dear to you. And I want to try and make sure that, in many ways, whatever happens from now on, it's things that I want. And she leans in and she kisses you. It's a soft kiss. It is like a clumsy first kiss kind of thing. But she looks at you and she clears your plate at the same time. As she does so, she accidentally trips on one of the boots that's resting in the sunlight. And as she falls, the plates scatter. In a swift motion, you watch as she pirouettes and catches the plates and cutlery with one hand. In that moment, you see your wife again. In the sunlight, glistening in her golden hair. The same agility, grace, and beauty that she always had. Even if she's not on the surface, somewhere inside, you feel her there.
Once again, Navander smiles as he watches. Great catch. Excellent catch.
She says, yeah. And with that, we'll change scene one more time. Ziak.
Yeah. Yep.
You hear a voice speaking to you. Hey Ziak.
I look at my
Where are you looking? I'm over here.
my arm.
Your arm? Why are you looking at your arm? I'm on your shoulder.
Oh.
No, I'm joking.
Oh,
I'm
you're
joking.
usually on my arm.
No, I'm joking.
Sorry.
I'm joking. I'm on your arm. He goes, listen, Ziak, I wanted to talk to you about something because, yesterday, it was pretty dicey, like in terms of like, trying to survive here. And I was just thinking, are you okay?
Am I okay?
Yeah. Are you okay? Like, I feel like maybe
I feeling the pain.
feeling some pain. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry that you're feeling that way, but I had something that I wanted to discuss with you. I think I think perhaps we need to have a word about your choice of weapon. I'm just kind of worried. You've got your lantern and you've got your sword, and I mean I feel as though a couple of times now you've been thrown into the heat of things and it hasn't quite worked out. Maybe a trip to the weaponsmith might be a good idea. Maybe get a gun like Westonson.
Gun like Westonson.
I mean, or something. I mean, I don't know. I mean, look, if you die, then what happens to me? I don't even know if I'm real.
I don't think I would a gun like Weston's is my thing. But I'll go to the blacksmith and maybe he'll give me an idea.
Yeah, I think that might be a good idea. As you make your way that morning to go to the weaponsmith. You enter and find yourself suddenly under fire as a crossbow bolt flies in your direction. It embeds into the wall nearby.
I take out my sword immediately. What?
Oh, sorry about that. As you look around, you see what looks to be this woman. Her hair looks very similar to yours. She is covered in armor, quite muscular, but very fair features. She says, oh, I'm so sorry. Are you all right?
I check my body. I think so. Gotta be more careful.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just doing a tune-up on some crossbows. I'm Sava. Welcome to Sava's Armory. If you don't mind me asking, are you wearing a disguise right now? Oh, I don't mean to pry. I just have a kind of I have an innate sense for these sorts of things.
Yes, I guess I am.
Well,
Why?
you're welcome. Oh no, nothing. Just you're welcome here. And anyone who's sorry, that's what I was gonna say. All money is good money here. She looks at you and again is seeing like the most appealing person to her, and she says, "Here, let me show you around." She leans over, she grabs you by the arm, and begins to walk you through a catalog of weapons. Perhaps a budding new romance, perhaps not. Who knows? In any case, when we return, Ziak, you will gain a weapon with this striking property.
Ooh.
And for now, however, that will bring us to the end of today's game. Thank you, everyone, for coming and joining us today. I hope you enjoyed this somewhat romantic and relationship-building game of Pathfinder, the 7 Dooms for Sandpoint. I'm glad we got to have a little bit of something for everyone. I wanted to do a little bit more with Titus and Ziak, but I think we ran a little bit short on time. So we may continue a little bit more of this next week when we return. But I'm glad because, I mean, hey, it's Valentine's Day. A little romance, little cuteness is never a bad thing. Players, did you have fun?
Yeah.
Nice. Excellent.
Nobody loves Titus. Just kidding.
Well, Titus loves himself, and that's also important, too.
Yes.
All right.
And Misha is even more mad at Peyton.
All right. Well, guys, my name's Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. This is my place. This is my phase. You can find it here a number of times during the week, doing all the cool, wacky, fun, and amazing stuff. Until we meet again, as always, from us to you, love yourself, love each other, be kind because why the fuck not? It's free. And until we meet again, game hard or die trying. Bye, folks.
Bye.
Boy.